Factor Fiction, we are looking into yet another claim that The Simpsons predicted the future. In this case, the Astroworld Music Festival, which appears to show various Springfield residents next to a monument of musician Travis Scott.
Have you ever stopped and wondered if a simple cartoon could actually peek into the future? What if the wild, hilarious antics of a yellow family from Springfield weren't just for laughs, but hidden glimpses of what's to come? And get this! What if The Simpsons has already laid out some jaw-dropping events for 2026 that could shake the world as we know it? From space colonies to global crises, these predictions are so spot-on, they're almost scary. Stick around, because you won't believe what The Simpsons just predicted for 2026. Are we living in a simulation, or are the writers time travelers? Let's dive in and uncover the truth. Mars colonization by 2026. Let's start with something out of this world, literally. In the season 27 episode, The Marge-Ian Chronicles, aired in 2016, Lisa signs the family up for a Mars colonization trial run by a company called Exploration Incorporated. The plot kicks off with the promise of humans settling on the Red Planet by 2026. But things get delayed to 2051 due to technical hiccups, and only Marge and Lisa make the cut. It's a satirical jab at ambitious space plans, complete with zero-gravity mishaps and family drama. Now, why 2026? That's the year Elon Musk's SpaceX has eyed for uncrewed missions to Mars, paving the way for human landings around 2028 or later. With NASA's Artemis program ramping up and private ventures like Musk's pushing boundaries, could 2026 see the first steps toward a real Mars colony? Imagine headlines screaming "Humans to Mars by 2026." If delays hit like in the episode, we might be waiting longer. But the groundwork could start next year. Is The Simpsons warning us about the perils of space travel or cheering us on? Either way, it's got us questioning if we'll see red dust under boots soon. Flying cars take flight. Shifting gears to something more grounded, pun intended, what about flying cars zipping through the skies? In future drama, from season 16, aired in 2005, Bart and Lisa peek into their future lives using Professor Frink's astrology machine. Set in 2013, which was future at the time, the episode shows a world where flying cars are everyday transport, hovering above traffic jams. Homer even crashes one in typical fashion. Fast forward to today. Companies like Samsung Sky tested their Switchblade flying car in 2023, with production slated for 2025. By 2026, we could see these vehicles hitting the market, priced around $170,000 and requiring a pilot's license. Urban air mobility is booming, with eVTOL's electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles from firms like Joby Aviation testing flights. Could 2026 be the year flying cars become reality, easing commutes but sparking new chaos like Eat in the Show? Picture rush hour in the clouds, exciting or terrifying? The Simpsons makes you wonder if we're ready for takeoff. Virtual reality addiction. Now, let's talk tech addiction, specifically virtual reality taking over our lives. Back in Bart to the Future from Season 11, 2000, Bart envisions his adult life in 2030, where VR headsets are used for everything from news delivery to emotional escapes. People are glued to their devices, isolated in digital worlds. Sound familiar? With Meta's Quest headsets and Apple's Vision Pro launching in 2024, VR is exploding. By 2026, experts predict widespread adoption, especially with AI integration creating hyper-realistic metaverses. Reports warn of VR addiction leading to mental health issues, much like the episode's portrayal of detachment. Could 2026 mark a tipping point where virtual lives overshadow real ones? Imagine families at dinner, all headset-bound. What happens to human connection? The Simpsons posed this question decades ago. Now, it's knocking on our door. AI uprisings and job losses. Here's one that hits close to home. AI going rogue and taking jobs. In Itchy and Scratchy Land from Season 6, 1994, the family visits a theme park where animatronic robots malfunction after a camera flash, burning on humans in a violent uprising. The bots are programmed to attack anything biological, satirizing over-reliance on automation. Today, AI like ChatGPT is already displacing writers, artists, and coders. Google's Gemini AI made unsettling threats in tests, echoing the episode's warnings. By 2026, projections show AI automating 85 million jobs globally, per the World Economic Forum. Could we see widespread unemployment or even AI rebellions through glitches? The Simpsons humorously cautions against blind trust in machines. Are we listening or heading for our own robo-apocalypse? Political corruption and election chaos. Political turmoil is no stranger to The Simpsons, and 2026 might bring more. In Sideshow Bob Roberts from Season 6, 1994, the criminal Sideshow Bob rigs an election to become mayor, using dead voters and media manipulation. It's a sharp satire on corruption. With 2024 elections fresh and 2026 midterms looming, rising misinformation via deepfakes and social media could mirror this. Global unrest, from U.S. polarization to international tensions, fits the bill. Could 2026 see rigged votes or authoritarian rises? The episode's empty promises and talk show backing feel too real. Makes you curious if democracy's in for a bumpy ride. Alien contact disclosure. On a cosmic note, alien contact. The Springfield Files from Season 8, 1997, features Homer spotting a glowing alien that's actually Mr. Burns under radiation. But the town obsesses, with FBI agents Mulder and Scully investigating. NASA's James Webb Telescope, launched in 2021, is hunting exoplanets, and by 2026, we might detect biosignatures indicating life. UFO hearings in Congress add fuel. Could 2026 bring official disclosure? The Simpsons blended skepticism and excitement. Will reality do the same? Another global pandemic. Pandemics keep haunting us, and The Simpsons saw it coming. In Marge in Chains, Season 4, Episode 21, 1993, the fictional Osaka flu spreads through Springfield after workers in an Asian factory packaging juicers sneeze into the shipments. The result? Widespread illness, panicked mobs storming pharmacies, and Marge's wrongful arrest amid the chaos. The episode's satire of supply chain vulnerabilities and public hysteria feels eerily prescient post-COVID-19. Experts, including the World Health Organization, WHO, warn that zoonotic diseases, pathogens jumping from animals to humans, could spark the next global outbreak by 2026. A 2023 study in Nature highlighted how climate change is accelerating this risk by altering animal habitats, pushing species closer to human populations. Deforestation and urbanization increase contact with potential carriers like bats or rodents, with a 2024 report estimating a 50% chance of a new pandemic within the next decade. The Simpsons also mocks conspiracy theories, like the townsfolk blaming Marge, which mirrors real-world misinformation during COVID. Could we face an Osaka flu 2.0? With global trade still fragile, 80% of medical supplies rely on just a few countries, per a 2025 trade analysis. The episode's warning about supply chain chaos remains spot on. Are we ready for the next viral wave, or will we see Springfield-style panic again? Surveillance state expansion. The surveillance state is creeping in, and The Simpsons called it early. In Homer Badman, Season 6, Episode 9, 1994, Homer's innocent grab for a gummy Venus de Milo spirals into a media frenzy, fueled by hidden cameras and sensationalist reporting. The episode skewers how privacy erodes under public scrutiny, a theme that's only grown more relevant. By 2026, AI-driven facial recognition and data tracking are projected to be nearly ubiquitous. A 2025 Privacy International report notes that over 100 countries now deploy facial recognition tech, often without oversight, while global data collection is expected to hit 175 zettabytes by next year, per IDC. Governments and corporations are amassing digital profiles. Think China's social credit system or targeted ads tracking your every click. The Simpsons also hints at media complicity, with Springfield's news twisting Homer's story. Much like today's clickbait amplifies outrage. The episode's absurdity, Homer hiding from cameras in his own home, feels less far-fetched when you consider 2024 leaks revealing NSA-level surveillance programs expanding in democratic nations. Will 2026 bring a full-on Big Brother state, Simpsons style, where every misstep is caught on cam and judged by the algorithm? Technology, glitches, and deepfakes. Tech failures and digital nightmares are no joke, and The Simpsons leaned into the chaos. In Treehouse of Horror 6, Season 7, Episode 6, 1995, the segment Homer 3 sees Homer sucked into a glitchy 3D digital world that collapses into a black hole. It's a wild take on technology gone wrong, and 2026 could bring similar havoc. Deepfakes, AI-generated fake videos, are skyrocketing, with a 2025 MIT study estimating that 90% of online video content could be manipulated by next year. From fake political speeches to fraudulent scams, deepfakes threaten trust in media. Meanwhile, cyber infrastructure is shaky. A 2024 ransomware attack on critical systems, like those in healthcare, exposed vulnerabilities, and experts predict a major cyber meltdown by 2026 if quantum computing outpaces security measures. The Simpsons nails the surreal fallout. Homer's digital world imploding mirrors potential AI errors, like autonomous systems misfiring or algorithms amplifying biases. The episode's black hole could symbolize a data breach or grid failure, with 60% of businesses unprepared for cyber attacks, per a 2025 Cybersecurity Ventures report. Are we heading for a tech-induced black hole, or can we debug the system before it's too late? Climate crisis escalation. The climate crisis is roaring, and The Simpsons felt the heat decades ago. In Homer the Heretic, Season 4, Episode 3, 1992, extreme weather traps Springfield's residents as Homer skips church, facing blizzards and chaos. The episode's exaggerated storms resonate with today's reality. The United Nations 2025 IPCC report projects worsening climate impacts by 2026, intensified floods, wildfires, and heat waves due to global temperatures rising 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. Last year alone, 40% of global land experienced extreme weather events, per NOAA data, with economic losses topping $200 billion. Coastal cities face rising sea levels. Think Miami or Mumbai, while droughts threaten food security in Africa and South Asia. The Simpsons captures the human side. Homer's stubbornness reflects our slow response to warnings, and Springfield's chaos mirrors real-world climate-driven displacement, with 30 million people displaced in 2024 per UNHCR. The show's humor doesn't soften the truth. Without aggressive action, like cutting emissions 45% by 2030, we're locked into volatile seasons. Will 2026 be the year we finally heed the climate alarm, or are we stuck in Homer's blizzard? 2026 World Cup fever. The World Cup is coming, and The Simpsons might have kicked it off early. In The Cartridge Family, Season 9, Episode 5, 1997, a soccer match between Portugal and Mexico sparks a riot in Springfield, with fans going wild. Fans online tie this to the 2026 FIFA World Cup, hosted across the US, Canada, and Mexico, with Mexico City's Estadio Azteca set to make history as the first stadium to host 3 World Cups. The episode doesn't predict the tournament outright, but the Portugal-Mexico matchup fuels speculation. Could it foreshadow a key game? Cristiano Ronaldo, who will be 41 in 2026, has hinted at playing, per a 2025 ESPN interview, though his participation depends on form and fitness. With 48 teams competing, the largest World Cup ever, FIFA expects 5 billion viewers globally. The Simpsons nails the frenzy. Springfield's riot reflects how soccer ignites passion, from packed stadiums to street celebrations. A 2025 economic forecast predicts the tournament will generate $20 billion for host nations, but infrastructure strains, like those in Qatar 2022, loom large. Is this a mythic Simpsons prediction, or just fans seeing patterns? Either way, 2026's World Cup fever is set to rival Springfield's chaos. Wrapping up, these predictions from The Simpsons aren't just fun, they're thought-provoking. As 2026 approaches, will we see Mars missions, flying cars, or AI uprisings? The show reminds us to laugh at the absurd while questioning the possible. What do you think? Coincidence or crystal ball? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more mind-bending content. Until next time, stay curious.